Hi guys, how are we doing? I thought we'd have a bit of planner chat today. So it's one of those things, I don't know whether people talk about it so much now, but I remember like years ago, people used to talk about planner piece a lot, and I also, people used to talk quite a lot about like changing their planners and things, and I don't know, obviously I'm still in like the planner community and stuff, and I do still see posts, but I get the impression that people these days don't kind of chop and change their planners quite so much as like they used to. I don't know, that's just the impression that I get, that I feel like people like spend like the entire year in their planner, whereas like before people would always be like chopping and changing, and I think that was because the planner community was still kind of fairly new, and obviously there's always been file of faxes like since the 80s and things. I'm talking about in like 5 years ago when it suddenly sort of like became really fashionable again, and there was loads of like between 5 and 10 years actually. Oh yes, I have been around that long. And like it sort of became fashionable again, and like the planning of like stickers and all this kind of stuff, and scrapbook companies started to get on board and things. And all these companies were like bringing out planners and things, and yeah, like I feel like people sort of kind of did a few months in a planner and then moved to a different planner, and that was kind of like there was all this sort of there seemed to be like all this buzz about doing that all the time, and I see that kind of less and less now, which is interesting. I used to get caught up in that as well, because I don't anymore, but I used to buy planners in from other companies. I used to sell the Kate Spade, I used to sell Bando, I used to sell Webster's Pages, and I don't do that anymore since like Brexit. When we first voted, when we first voted to leave Brexit, the dollar just kind of collapsed, and it made it financially not really viable. So I haven't done it since then. But yeah, I used to kind of get caught up in that same thing as well, and I found planner piece with the system, which were the inserts to the planner, and I used to just change my covers more than I used to change like the planning system or the inserts. And yeah, I have quite a few. I did de-stash quite a few as well, but as I said, like I'm really lucky that because I used to sell planners, I used to have planners. I was also on the design team many moons ago for Webster's Pages, and I got sent tons of theirs for free. I also worked for a while with Filofax, and they used to send me planners to share on my channel and review and stuff. I haven't done that for a while either. So yeah, I was very lucky that, and I had Heidi Swap as well. Yeah, so I was very lucky to have quite a few planners. You can see some of them behind me actually. Very exciting. So yeah, I still have quite a lot of those planners, and I mean, so they're like Filofax or Traveller's Notebook, where you can, so I could keep them rather than like the spiral bound planners like Happy Planner or Erin Condren or something like that. Oh yeah, that's the point. I also got sent a couple of planners from Erin Condren as well on the PR thing, and I used those for a while. So yeah, at the moment I am currently using a Filofax, and this is the planner, the cover that I'm in. Let me take that letter out so that you don't see that, because that's a doctor's letter and that's private. Yeah, so excuse me, I'm currently using a Vax. This is, I was given this one. This is the Ochre Malden, and I love it. I love all of my ring planners, okay? I love them. I love the case. When I talk about the planner, I mean the outer. I love them. I love them. I love them. I'm currently in the Ochre Malden because to me this is timeless. It's a classic. It's very autumnal, and it is set up autumnal. I haven't changed anything. There's something else private in there, so let me just take that out. I haven't changed anything in here for like the longest of times. So I've got like an autumn picture there, some autumn sticky notes, autumn dashboard. I've got an autumn flyleaf. This was made with stickers. So yeah, I did this many moons ago, and yeah, I tend to move into this planner, as I say, like in the autumn time. In the winter and spring, I tend to use this one. This one is also a Filofax, and it's also a Malden. This one is in Kingfisher Blue. It's like my favourite colour. So yeah, this one I tend to use for like winter and spring. And I love the Maldens. I love that they've got a little zip here, so you can like put coins in here. I love all the pockets. They've got the secretarial pocket. They've got the pen loop, although the pen loop is quite small. So yeah, this one's sort of still still got my bits in. I leave my bits in it. I take my inserts out and leave like my dividers and things in it. So the Kingfisher Blue I use for spring, winter and spring. Summer I move to, this is a Kiki K. I don't know. I bought this from a charity shop for £3. I don't know, it's just a Kiki K. It's like a coral, orangey coral colour. And then for Christmas, you know I love my Christmas. This is a Filofax. I can't remember what they call it. It's got a much smaller clasp. Let me see if it's got the name in it. It's got a ton of things in it. Is it the Saffiano? Oh no, the Finsbury. The Finsbury. So it's sort of similar. It's got like the pockets in there, but it doesn't have the zip. I've got like tons of things that have just fallen out. This has got the zip pocket in the back. Just there. It's a beautiful cherry red, and it's just, this is just that is just Christmas. So I think I got rid of all of my other ring bound planner cases in favour of just keeping those 4 so that I could change them seasonally. And I keep flitting between using those and using a traveller's notebook. So this year I went with the ring bound, and I usually print my own inserts. But at the beginning of this year we were really busy with the shop, and I didn't really want to, like, because it takes quite a while to print inserts out, which is why we don't sell printed inserts really anymore, because they just take so long. They, you know, like printing out 50 pages for one product kind of thing, it just takes so long to print inserts out and cut them and bind them and all that kind of stuff, or punch them or whatever. It just takes so long, which is why we don't really sell them anymore. And so our printer was kind of like chugged up with, you know, customers' orders and stuff, and so I ended up just going on Amazon and buying some cheap Filofax inserts. I didn't pay very much for them, and I have been unhappy with them all year. But I am too frugal. There's 2 reasons. One, I'm too frugal, like I don't like to waste the money to buy new ones, and secondly, I don't really like the waste. I try and reduce as much waste as possible. So I have just, I know it sounds really stupid, like, what would they call it? Not posh people's problems, what do they call it? Like, I can't remember what they call it now. It just sounds so lame that like I've battled through, I've challenged myself. So these, I don't really like them because they're like, we never did go to Cornwall. We never did go to Cornwall. They're a creamy colour, so they're not white, and they're the horizontal. And I used to use this insert like all the time. This used to be the insert that I used prior to like printing my own. I always used to buy the Filofax inserts, and then when I made and printed my own, I made them in the same format because that was just what I was used to using. And then I discovered like the boxes, like the planner boxes, what else do we call them, style inserts, and then I loved them, and they are now my preferred way of planning or using a planner. I love them. So yeah, so for this entire year I have been slightly dissatisfied with my inserts. They haven't really, and I haven't really used stickers in my planner much this year because I just haven't really been very, I guess, like into my planner inserts. Does that sound weird? I'm hoping it doesn't, because you guys are also planner people, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So it probably doesn't sound weird to you. And yeah, I find that the rings always, as much as this is why I have such a hard conundrum, because I love the planner. I love the planner. But the rings really bug me. So when you're writing, like the rings just, I find like I can't, I can only write up to here. And that's why my writing always is really scruffy and like a weird angle. Because, and I always put things in pencil first because like this never happened and stuff. So I always write stuff in pencil first and then a pen. But yeah, they really bug me because like my hand like bashes the rings, and then if I am doing like proper planning, I end up taking the pages out so that I can write better without the rings. So yeah, so I've battled through. It sounds really sad, doesn't it? I've battled through this year between not enjoying the ring aspect, not enjoying the layout of the planner, not liking that they're cream, but being too frugal and too waste conscious to kind of change them. And because as I said, I love the actual cases, the planners themselves. But next year, so I've started to get appointments and things come through for next year, like we're going away with some friends, so I've got a date for that, and like your dentist, because I've just had a dentist trip, and you book your next dentist, don't you, for 6 months time. So I was like, oh, I need a planner for next year. So I have decided to go back to Traveller's Notebook. This needs a damn good clean because I don't know where it's been, but it's got stuff all over it. So I need to give it a clean. I don't mind if it's stained or whatever. I quite enjoy like the patina that it gets. What bugs me is it's got something crunchy on there. It's something, can you see that? It's all raised up. So I don't know where it's been and what's got on it. But there we go. This one was given to me a while ago by Diane from Archive. Have I got her card in here? Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Archive Journals. I'm going to cover up her phone number, but I will show you. So you can go find her. You see that? You can go find her. Archive Journals. She's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, and she's on Etsy. So yeah, you can. I always try, like, if I get a card from a seller, like, and I like it, I always try and keep it in that planner so that like this I can remember and recommend. So yeah, I'm using this. Let's have a couple of mood boards in there. I have like this little fly leafy majobby that I made ages ago, and it's because I keep it because it's got a adhesive pen loop on it. So as you can see, I have a pen in here. This is nothing fancy. This is just a Tesco's biro. But I really like them. They come in like a pack of 10 and they're not very expensive, but they write so smoothly. Like, I cannot fault them. I love them. And it's black. I always write in black. And I made my own insert. We had some of my eggs paper kicking about that was a like, we often get stuff that kind of doesn't print great, like if the ink's running out or whatever. And John puts them in a pile in our office of like anything that's gone wrong or sort of seconds or whatever. There's a pile in our office, and that pile is like the kids can use it, and I often use it because I sometimes when it prints weird, like the colours, like they can still be really cool and I like them, but obviously we can't sell them because that's not what people have ordered, or you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm rambling. I like to ramble. So yeah, I've just made an insert with my eggs paper, and I put one of my die cuts on there. It's got an A side of the tape, but I'm A for Anna, so I thought it'd be fit, and then I wrote the 2023 on there. Just got a clip on here because I often when the pages, the dates have gone, I often like clip them together to make it easier to find. And yeah, so these are the inserts that I designed. I do still sell those as printable, so you can print them off yourself, but as I said, like, we no longer sell them as printed because they just take so long to do. And yes, just crazy. So they're undated, so I need to go through now and date them. So it's got like, so you got like this week, and then you so I usually put the month here, write the month there, and then I usually write the dates like next to the words there. So we've got this week, so like any important to-dos. This empty space here can be like, I use for more. I very often use it for a decorative sticker though, to be honest. And in here I have like I use this for like more notes, or like more of a to-do list, or sometimes I use it for work notes. I know other people have kind of used this as like a little mini journaling space. But yeah, this is the spread that I love using. That is what I enjoy. This is the thing. So, and also, as there are no rings inside, obviously it's the traveller's notebook, I find it so much easier to write because I feel free and easy to write. So yes, this is the planning system that I am going back to. This is what I feel I have planning peace with, is the traveller's notebook and these inserts. Even though I still, as I say, love my Filofaxes, I still adore them, and I'm not getting rid of them anytime soon. Adore them. I made a journal, little journal in here. Do you love my sticker? Such a geek. And I didn't really use it last year, so I can't remember why now. I have many journals on the go anyway, so I started using it a bit, but not really anything. Not really anything in there. So yeah, I did use it a bit. So I'm just going to keep that in there because I find traveller's notebooks, they sit better if they've actually got notebooks in them. Like, so if I was to take this one out, this would sort of collapse more. Do you see what I mean? So that is the only thing with a traveller's notebook. I feel like you need to have stuff in them, but equally it is quite nice to have a notebook or something that you can write stuff into as well. And that's why I have a biro rather than any other like inky pen, so that if pages get wet, like it doesn't smudge or anything. So yeah, so this is my planner piece. Okay, this is my planner piece. But I will always be drawn to my rings, always will, because I just adore them. Like, favourite colour, Christmas red. Like, what is not to like about those? But then every time it's so funny because I love them, I love the planners, and I always feel really drawn to them, but then every time I use them, I then get like annoyed with them. I get annoyed with them because of the rings. It's bizarre, isn't it? It's very weird. But yeah, this is going to be my planner for 2023. this is my planner piece. The inserts and the traveller's notebook. I have other covers which are in the cupboard. I did get out, you probably can't see them, no you can't see them, I think that side, yeah. I did get some other covers out that were personal size because I was unsure on what size I wanted to use. I am actually using one of my personals for another journal, which I might show you in another video. But this is the B6 size. The B6 is, yeah, B6. And I do have some other covers. Some fabric covers that my friend Jenny from Stitch and Weave, she made for me. So I should probably change at some point throughout the year, because why not? But it's in a cupboard that I can't get to at the moment because I'm a slob and it's got stuff in front of the cupboard and it's like a corner of doom over there, guys. So yeah. So yeah, that's what planner I'm going to be using next year. How about you guys? Have you thought about your planner for next year yet? Let me know. I'd be interested to know because, as I say, like the community, there's been some, I don't want to get political, but there's been some things going on in the planner community in the UK that I think have caused, they've caused some upset and some animosity, and I'm not really sure where the planner community is at the moment. It's all a little bit weird. So yeah, is there still a planner community? Let me know. Is there still a planner community, do you think? What's everybody using? Like, what's hot and happening in the planner community? I mean, at one point it was like everyone was using Filofaxes or everyone was using traveller's notebooks or whatever, but now there are just so many different planners out there, so many different ones, that I feel like it's kind of like diversified. Like, do you remember back in the 90s, you'd go into college and you'd be like, oh, did you see EastEnders last night? And everyone was talking about like that episode of EastEnders, because basically we only had like 4 or 5 channels and that's what everybody was watching, was EastEnders. Whereas now, because we've got, you know, all like the on-demand telly and Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of been diluted, so people don't watch that one program and that one episode in the same way that they used to. And I kind of feel that's the same way with the planner community now as well. Like, there's just so many planners. So yeah, I'd really like to know what you think's trending, like what's hot to trot at the moment, and like what planner you're using, because I just find it really interesting. So let me know, guys.